Alright, welcome to my quick tutorial on color and materials in ZBrush. Now in this video I'll walk you through the ins and outs of the polyplane coloring process in ZBrush, some do's and don'ts, and the usual tips and tricks. So let's get started. Alright, so first things first, you can access the color palette up here or by holding down the spacebar. You can then select any color your heart desires, and you can also select a secondary color over here. Now this color will activate when you hold down the Alt button or press V for victory to swap the palettes. Another thing you'll notice straight out of the gate is that the model keeps changing color whenever you change colors. This is because we need to actually enable painting, aka colorize, over here. Now you can actually see what you're painting. Another thing to note is that you can paint while sculpting, but if this isn't what you want, which is usually the case, you can switch it off by pressing the add or sub button over here. That way you can just paint with the RGB option on your brush. Now a better solution would be to use the actual paintbrush instead, BPA. This brush is dedicated to painting, so this way you won't have to keep switching between RGB and add all the time on different brushes. Alright, so next up let's move on to the intensity. Just like the normal brush's Z intensity, the paintbrush has RGB intensity, which of course will control how opaque or how strong the color is. This is a great tool for adding those red areas on a nose or ears, or adding makeup for example. And lastly, sticking with color, you can also adjust the stroke and alpha types over here for some really cool combinations. And yeah, that's pretty much the basics of color. Alright, so next up let's move on to materials really quickly, as this will be something you usually use with color. You can select a material by either going to the menu up here or by holding spacebar again and picking something. I'll go for Skin Shade 4 as it's a good base to use when painting, and after that I'll make sure to select the M in the menu over here for material, and I'll also switch off RGB so it doesn't use the color information. I'll then use Full Object to fill the mesh with the material of my choice. If you want, you can try to modify the material over here under modifiers, and there's quite a bit, so feel free to experiment. Oh yeah, and Full Object, by the way, also works with RGB to fill an entire object with color if you need that. Another thing you can do is use multiple materials by selecting another one and painting that onto the object. A good idea would be to mask the object and fill it with a material of your choice and work from there. And one last thing I'd like to mention, and I'm pretty sure you guys have figured it out by now, but all of this, including the color, depends on the polygon count of your mesh. So the lower the polygon count, the more jagged your color and materials will be, as it is a poly paint, so it relies on the integrity of your poly count. And yeah, that's about it for the basics. You can check out my other advanced rendering tutorials to take your color and material technique to the next level, or if you want to level up further, you can check out my Discord, my website, or my blog. So yeah, that's about it. So like it if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, let me know what you guys thought about it in the comment section, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.